For generations and generations, people of many cultures and traditions, many practices and rituals have gathered at the midwinter solstice to praise the dark and to call back the light. In song and in story, in stillness and in fire, people have gathered on this longest night to light the fires once again. And so do we here. In your order of service, you'll see a few items. One change in your order of service is that Terry Allred was unable to join us tonight because of illness. We're looking forward to her offering her dance of light on the chancel, but instead we'll have our singing bowl and a chance to breathe, a little less visually aesthetic and interesting, but still beautiful and still solstice-y. So I'll be giving you a practice in just a second that I'll invite you into that time, and we'll have just a minute or two of silence during that time for breathing and for silence as we celebrate this longest night. And also, just a note from Angela as well, there is someone in the nursery if anybody needs nursery care for their children up to 3 years old. For me on the solstice, there's something calming, something comforting about the darkness and the night, something that lets me notice other things that I don't notice in the light of day, as the sounds of the city hush a little bit and the stars appear, something magical like walking in the air, as Lori played. Sometimes after the busyness of the day, which has a different kind of beauty and hustle and bustle to it, I love the invitation that night gives to settle in and to settle down, to read stories and share meals and light candles and sing songs, all those things that make you feel held at their best, like the night itself as a quilt that is woven with ancient threads of comfort, inviting rest and renewal, like in-breath and out-breath. So take a breath for a moment. Like waking and sleeping hours, we need that balance. Recently, someone taught me this beautiful, simple meditation practice. Maybe you know it, finger tracing breathing and meditation. So if you place your hand out in front of you, right? Kind of place it like this so it doesn't look like a roller coaster. And you take your other hand and you trace your finger and you take a breath in as you go to the top, and a breath out as you come back down. The next finger. Breath in and breath out. Breath in and breath out. Breath in, breath out. And breath in and out. A simple practice to remember your breath you hold in your hands all the time. On this beautiful winter night, let us light candles and sing songs and be held not only by night and by stars, but know that we are held by love and we're held by each other. Roxanne will light our chalice.
The Solstice Wreath by Sandy Jensen. Today I wove a wreath of bone and fur, and filbert wisps twined in sacred holly, incense cedar from an ancient tree. I wove, affixed a star, and spoke a spell. Let this circle stand as a gate of winter, sure passage to the days of lengthening light. And then I whispered names in the fragrant bough, lacing love like a scarlet ribbon through the frowns. Long I wove and dreamed back friends and kin, each great soul call back the sun. I thought at last My life here's not done, and some bright star rekindled from within.
If there's any children that want to come closer and find a spot up here on the floor to see the images of the story, you can follow my children. Others can come up as well, and any adult that would like to is welcome to. This is a story about what many religions and science teach us, that we are made of stardust, and that the stars are made out of the same stuff as we are. Sometimes we call that stardust within us a soul or a spirit or a great mystery. This is a book called Inside All. Yes, you do. Inside all is a universe, energy flowing. And as each page turns, take a slow breath. Inside the universe, a galaxy, starry and growing. Inside the galaxy, a planet, blue and hopeful. On the planet is a land, green and growing. Inside the land is a valley, night winds blowing. And inside the valley is a village, twinkling lights showing. Inside the village is a home, warm laughter floating. Inside the home is a space, cuddled and cozy, covers enfolding. Inside you is a heart, pure and glowing. Inside your heart is all, and love overflowing.
Beginning Winter by Theodore Rothke.
It was beginning winter, an in-between time. The landscape still partly brown, the bones of weeds kept swinging in the wind. Above the blue snow.
It was beginning winter. The light moved slowly over the frozen field, over the dry seed crowns, the beautiful surviving bones swinging in the wind.
Light traveled over the wide field, stayed. The weeds stopped swinging. The mind moved, not alone, through the clear air, in the silence.
Was it light? Was it light within? Was it light within light? Stillness becoming alive, yet still?
A lively, understandable spirit once entertained you. It will come again. Be still. Wait.
We enter a time of silence and darkness. I invite you to breathe, tracing your hand. I'll ring the singing bowl to both begin and then to end our time.
This Shortest Day by Susan Cooper.
And so the shortest day came, and the year died. And everywhere down the centuries of the snow-white world came people singing, dancing, to drive the dark away.
They lighted candles in the winter trees. They hung their homes with evergreen. They burned beseeching fires all night long to keep the year alive.
And when the New Year's sunshine blazed awake, they shouted, reveling. Through all the frosty ages, you can hear them echoing behind us. Listen.
All the long echoes sing the same delight, this shortest day, as promise wakens in the sleeping land.
They carol, feast, give thanks, and dearly love their friends and hope for peace.
And so do we. Here, now, this year, and every year. Welcome, Yule.
So we've decorated, we've feasted, we've come together and held a sacred place here in the sanctuary, and now we're going to go down and we're going to line up by the courtyard. I'll be handing out lyrics for Deck the Halls, and we will carry out a Yule log. If you will form in a circle around the fire, you'll see there's logs placed around it. Please feel free to add to the fire. And then after Reverend Luke blesses everyone, we will sing some carols and rejoice. And then we will hold space for people to offer an offering to the fire. And also because this great blue boat has just finished traveling around. We've accomplished another year without getting wiped out, and we made it. So at 10:19 tonight, it's the new solar year. So Happy New Year, and come out and sing carols and rejoice with us. Thank you.